going on, Dragon Ball Super fans? Welcome back, UnrealEntGaming here today presenting my official review for the new Dragon Ball Super episode 26, entitled Amidst the Crisis, a shot at victory appears, Son Goku's counterattack begins. Now, before I begin, guys, there was no episode during the New Year's weekend. Of course, that's why a lot of you guys were wondering what was going on. The episode continues this week as opposed to last week due to the holidays and whatnot, so we actually resume here with both Golden Frieza battling Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, and I will say that what was depicted in this episode was slightly different as opposed to the movie, of course, that being the showdown between Frieza and Goku as Goku was figuring out what was wrong with Frieza's transformation and whatnot as he was gradually losing power due to the pressure on his body. And the way Frieza was carried out in this episode, I believe, was very awesome because he utilized his tail. He was able to grab Goku by the neck. He was able to pick him up multiple times and beat the ever-so-living Saiyan out of him. There were certain sequences where Frieza had the upper hand, but of course, like towards the middle of the episode, we get to see Goku fully recuperate after all of Frieza's attacks. There was one scene in particular where Frieza grabbed Goku by the neck and by the arm. He held him up and he was beating the ever-so-living crap out of him. Of course, they never truly explained how strong Frieza was because, in my opinion, I think Frieza definitely dominated throughout most of the episode. However, I'm going to get into the pros and the cons right now. I'm getting into the pros, that being the dominance of Frieza and, of course, the way the fighting mechanics were. I personally enjoyed the way they went back and forth because it felt more like a slugfest than anything else. We get to see Goku, like, he was getting the crap beat out of him, but, like, towards the end, Frieza punched Goku so hard right in the forehead. Like, he hit him so damn hard, like, we thought that was it, but Goku just stood there with his hands down, and he took the punch head on. Frieza was shocked, Sorbet was shocked, everybody was shocked, and then Goku pretty much, outmaneuvered Frieza, and then he punched him in the head, which caused Frieza to go down. The one thing I didn't like, which I'm going to get into the cons right now, of course, was the way Sorbet was depicted. In the movie, of course, we never really expected Sorbet to do anything, especially with the ring that he had on, and in this episode, Frieza kind of gave him like the little nudge, and he pretty much like smiled at him and whatever, and we get to see certain scenes where Sorbet was like pretty much like moving behind the rocks and stuff, and then finally, he shot Goku, but he didn't shoot him like near the heart area, he shot him like on the opposite side. So in the movie, of course, we get to see him beam Goku right through the chest where his heart was, where the Whis symbol was. In this episode, in the Dragon Ball Super series, we get to see Sorbet shoot him on the other side of that, so like the Whis logo is still there. It looked like he shot him more towards like the ribcage area, because later on we get to see Frieza like step on him and he was grinding his foot into his ribcage. Now the cons, however, the animation, guys, I will say for me, this was the most disappointing episode when it came to animation. I'm sorry. There were certain scenes, I kid you not, there were certain scenes where I legitimately thought Frieza looked like a gorilla. Like, I could not fathom how they just, went on ahead and made this episode. Of course, it's not all about animation for me. I cared more about the story. I cared more about the fights, the way the fights were happening and stuff. In my opinion, even watching this for 30 minutes, I felt as if they were rushing it. Of course, we have the Champa arc coming along, the Universal God Tournament, but I feel like there's no need to rush into things because, of course, in next week's episode, we're going to have Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta debut. We get to see Bulma pretty much bully around Jocko, like she was slapping him around, she was punching him because she wanted Jocko to help out, but there was nothing Jocko can do. The one thing that I really loved about this episode was the fact that once Sorbet was about to shoot Goku through the chest, both Vegeta and Beerus picked it up right off the bat because we get to see Vegeta's face, like it kind of changed, like his emotion shifted, and we get to see Beerus's eyes, like his eyes kind of squinted because Beerus knew that something was up, and that's what makes Beerus so cunning as an opponent, as a character, because he knew right off the bat what was happening, and that's why he kind of squinted because he knew something was off. Goku obviously dropped his guard, and what I hated about this was the fact that he went from Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan back down to normal. Like, why? Like, they should have kept it to where he was a Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, and then he got beamed in the chest, but of course that would have took away from the transformation itself because, again, people were complaining about the movie how one little laser beam shot was able to knock down a Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, so I kind of get why they changed that, because they don't want to make the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan transformation look weak. But needless to say, guys, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below about your overall thoughts on this episode. Again, there were certain things that were just slightly off, although I do love the fact that the way they fought, because the way they fought in this episode, again, it felt more like a street fight because they were just beating the piss out of each other. They were kicking each other, punching each other, they were kneeing each other in the faces. It felt like a wrestling match. It was really cool. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below, guys. Once again, thank you all for watching. If you guys are Dragon Ball fans, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That way you guys don't miss out a single episode. If you guys enjoyed the review, if you guys can't wait for more, there's a hell of a lot more DBZ updates where that came from. Don't forget to smash that like button, guys. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Tune in for the breakdown review, guys, where I will be breaking down the entirety of the episode and alongside discussing more about what's going to happen in next week's episode. So once again, guys, thank you all for watching. I would love to know your overall thoughts on this episode, both bad and good, what you guys loved, what you guys hated. Of course, aside from the animation, because I know a lot of you guys are going to shit on that, but needless to say, what about the story? What about the overall, like, fight, you know, choreographs and stuff? Like, let me know what you guys thought about all that and what you guys expect to see in the next episode. Once again, guys, thank you all for watching. Tune in for the breakdown, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you Saiyans in the next update. Take it easy, guys. Peace.